And welcome back to Square Off. Republicans are piling into the race to succeed three-term Democratic Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema in the 9th Congressional District. It covers parts of Phoenix and Mesa. Our next guest is a political newcomer who's jumped out to an early lead in the fundraising race. Dr. Steve Ferrara is a radiologist, a Navy veteran, and former Navy Chief Medical Officer, making his first run for office. Welcome to Square Off. I should add that also running in the Republican race are David Giles, Seth Leibson, and Irina von Baer. So I said you jumped out to the early lead. It looks like every radiologist in the country is donating money to your campaign. Would you be the first radiologist in Congress?
I would be the first radiologist in Congress. We definitely need more physicians in Congress, and that's where I think you're seeing a lot of the groundswell of support. There's a total of 14 physicians in Congress and the Senate. And I think, as we all know, healthcare is an enormous issue. It's a sixth of our economy, $3 trillion, 14 people that actually ever took an oath to take care of patients in Congress. So it's not surprising that the medical community has really rallied behind getting another strong voice in Congress.
Okay, so what do you as a physician want to see in changes to the Affordable Care Act? Do you want to see, do you want to see it repealed?
So that's we need to repeal all the bad parts of the Affordable Care Act. We need to put patients and physicians back in charge of health care. We have a great healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare financing problem. That's where we need to go with healthcare.
Okay, so what needs to be fixed specifically?
We need meaningful entitlement reform, which involves Medicaid. We need to stabilize the insurance markets. We need people to be able to get affordable, high-quality health care. Right now, the metric that the Affordable Care Act uses is how many people have an insurance card in their wallet, not how many people have health care.
So, did you pay attention to the plans the Senate voted on very quickly?
Sure.
How just given what you just said about how big a piece of the economy this is, how comfortable were you with the Senate voting to change the economy with barely any discussion of how they were changing it?
Well, I think there was a lot more discussion that probably occurred that, they've been talking about this. I worked on Capitol Hill in 2012, 2013 as a National Academy of Sciences Health Policy Fellow, and we were talking about healthcare reform and ways to make the healthcare system better then. So I think it's
not this legislation, and here's legislation you're talking about that's going to change a sixth of the economy. There was no public debate.
I think that's not true. There's been hearings over the past 7 years about this. So it's an iterative process to reform the healthcare system and to make it better and to make it work for patients. And that has been going on. So it wasn't as though Republicans didn't know that healthcare was coming. That's really not a correct representation of things. They've been working on this for 7 years. So they were a lot more ready than people sometimes give them credit for.
President Trump, what's the best thing he's done for the country?
I don't know that I would rank things as in a superlative. He's decreased regulation, he's brought jobs back. The thing that's most near and dear to me, I was Navy's Chief Medical Officer. I had 3 deployments. He's supporting our military. So to me, that is one of the most important things that he's done.
How comfortable are you with the reporting on his dealings with the family, the mother of this Green Beret who was killed in Niger?
Well, I think if you saw General Kelly's news conference yesterday, I think that speaks for itself.
So you're comfortable with how the president has handled that, as well as his other dealings with military families, Gold Star families?
I don't know how the president deals with the various Gold Star families. I know how, as a military person and as a veteran, how families are dealt with. I've been there, I've been in Afghanistan. So how the president deals with that, I think, is between the president and those Gold Star families.
Lastly, as a candidate, this district was won by Hillary Clinton in 2016 by 16 points. It's not a swingy a district as many people seem to think. What's the message you have to those voters who you'll need to cast a ballot for you?
Right. Well, it actually is a swing district. So because Hillary Clinton won it, but it's been closer in other races. The plurality of voters are independent. I have a great message for independents. I'm strong on health care, I'm strong on national defense, and I'm strong on veterans affairs. Those are bipartisan issues. Those are issues that I can really speak to people in the 9th District that they care about. So I think I have a really good message, and I think it's going to resonate.
All right, Dr. Steve Ferrara, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.